Good afternoon. We are coming to you this afternoon from the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains in western North Carolina, from the community of Brevard. My name is Betsy Barefoot, and I'm joined today by my husband, John Gardner. We are delighted that you are considering our textbooks for use in your college success course. And I'm especially glad to know that you're seeking ways to support not only your traditional students, your students who are taking courses with you on campus, but also your dual enrollment students who may be taking courses in high school, courses that your college provides. In my experience, you are one of the few institutions that is really focusing very intentionally on this growing population of dual enrollment students. The Your College Experience books, both the two-year book, which I know you're considering, as well as what we call the big book, the four-year book, are written in a way that is conversational, that is helpful, that is non-judgmental, but above all is respectful to students. We do respect students, and especially those who are balancing many life responsibilities in addition to going to college. John?
Well, I'd like to add my appreciation also to that you've heard from Betsy. It's an honor for you to be considering us, and we're very proud to be affiliated with our publisher, Bedford St. Martin's of Macmillan Higher Education. Betsy and I have a number of really important Texas connections for us, so let me quickly mention to you our bona fides in that respect. Betsy has a son and a daughter-in-law and two grandchildren who live not too far north of you, and I owe my whole professional life to an experience that began in Texas with the United States Air Force when I was inducted and went through basic and officer training, and they sent me to a squadron commander who, one of the first things he told me was that I needed to do some teaching in a nearby community college, and that transformed the whole direction of my life. And I've been intimately involved with your most important sector of higher education ever since, these books being one of those connections. More recently, Betsy and I have been involved in doing strategic planning around the beginning college experience in 110 community colleges since 2005. And one of those was your San Jacinto South Campus, where we had the pleasure of working with Joe Kirkland and Shelley Reinhardt and a very sizable task force. And that led in turn to an invitation from your chancellor, Dr. Hilaire, a year later for me to come and address colleagues from all four of your campuses. So we do have direct ties with your institution. Like many academics, we started working on these books because when we started, there was not a single textbook available from any commercial college text publisher for this college success market. So we, in effect, created that market. And for better or worse, Betsy and I are the founding mothers of mothers and fathers of what is now a huge industry. And essentially all of the authors of competing texts in some way or another were influenced or got their start through their work or affiliation with us. And we're very proud of that record because we've influenced literally millions of students. And as Betsy suggested, this is truly a life's work for us. We have based our book on more than 40 years of research on student retention and college success, of which we are the producers of a significant body of that research. These books are based on a critical belief that you can teach students how to do college, and we've tried to lay out all the possible content for teaching students how to do college in our books. So our books are based on research, assessment, they're based on our own practice as people who directed and taught in these courses, and on what we've learned from visits to hundreds of other college campuses. We also base the content of this book on what today are known as high impact practices, and you'll see this for yourself very shortly as you hear more from our team from Bedford St. Martin's. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, if you decide to work with us, we will be happy to consult further with you, to respond to questions, to do WebExes, video conferences with you, talk to you by phone, answer queries, and we could easily visit you when we're in the area. I know I've got one visit to Houston coming up after the first of the year. But Even if you don't decide to use our text, we would welcome the opportunity to hear from you. We communicate with hundreds of educators each year, absolutely no strings. We are a nonprofit organization. We're very committed to that pro bono message. So, in true Texas flavor, our hats are off to you for the work that you're going to do. Thank you again for your consideration and best wishes.